Improve your English with listening practice. Hello and welcome to Learn and Fun. Today is day 6 of our Learn English in 30 Days series. In this lesson, we're going to focus on one of the easiest and most powerful ways to learn English: listening. Listening carefully helps you improve your English understanding, pronunciation, and speaking skills naturally. Are you ready to get started? Let's dive in. Why listening is important. Listening is essential for learning any language, and English is no exception. When you listen to native speakers, you're hearing how words are used in real conversations. It's like seeing English in action. Listening helps you in many ways. 1. Understanding sentence structure. When you listen to people speak, you get a better idea of how sentences are formed. 2. Improving pronunciation. You can learn how to pronounce words correctly by listening carefully. 3. Learning different speaking styles. Everyone speaks differently, but when you listen to various speakers, you get used to different speeds, accents, and ways of speaking. Think about how you learned your first language. When you were young, you didn't start by reading or writing, you started by listening to others. The more you listened, the more you began to understand and speak the language. English learning works in the same way. David's journey to improve English through listening. David was a young man living in a vibrant neighborhood filled with people from all over the world. He worked as a cashier at a local grocery store where many customers spoke fluent English. For David, understanding them was tough. Often he would nod and smile, pretending to understand, but deep inside he wanted to communicate confidently. One evening, after a particularly difficult day, David decided it was time to take control of his English learning journey. He sat down with a notebook and wrote, "I will improve my English step by step." The next day at work, David started paying close attention to how customers spoke. For example, when someone said, "Can you double bag these groceries, please?" David caught the words double bag and learned it meant using 2 bags instead of 1. He quickly jotted down such phrases in his notebook during breaks. At home, David found simple ways to practice listening. He started by playing beginner-friendly English conversations on his phone. One recording had the sentence, "Excuse me, where is the milk aisle?" David paused the audio, repeated the sentence aloud, and imagined himself saying it in real life. One weekend, David decided to take it a step further. He went to a local park and observed people chatting. He couldn't join their conversations yet, but he tried to pick up words and phrases. He heard someone say, "Do you want to grab some coffee?" and repeated it quietly to himself. Over time, David's efforts began to pay off. One day, a customer at the store said, "Thank you for your help today." And David confidently replied, "You're welcome. Have a great day." That small interaction gave David the motivation to keep going. Listening to real-life conversations and practicing daily had made a huge difference. David's story reminds us that improving English is not about perfection, but persistence. With consistent effort and simple strategies, anyone can build their confidence in listening and speaking. How you can practice listening. Now, let's talk about how you can practice listening. You don't need special tools or expensive lessons. Here are some easy ways to improve your listening skills. 1. Listen to everyday conversations. One of the best ways to practice is by listening to real conversations. When you're out at the market, in the park, or even on public transport, listen to how people speak to each other. Pay attention to how they ask questions, give directions, or talk about the weather. For example, can you tell me where the nearest bus stop is? How much is this shirt? 2. Use your phone to record and replay. Another great way to practice listening is by recording your own voice. Use your phone or a voice recording app. Say simple sentences like I am learning English or how are you? Then play the recording back and listen to how you sound. Compare your pronunciation with native speakers. This helps you catch mistakes and improve over time. Talk to a mirror. After listening to a conversation or sentence, stand in front of a mirror and try repeating it. For example, if you heard someone say, I'll be there in 5 minutes, try saying it yourself in the mirror. Pay attention to how your mouth moves and how you pronounce each word. This will help you sound more natural when you speak. Use voice assistants for practice. Many people use voice assistants like Siri, Google Assistant, or Alexa to ask questions. These tools can help you practice listening. For example, you can ask Google, "What's the weather like today?" and listen carefully to the answer. Try repeating the sentence you hear. This is a fun and easy way to practice listening in English. Listening exercise. Let's do a quick listening exercise together. Listen to the following sentence. Learning English takes time, but listening every day will help you improve faster. Now, let's break it down. Repeat it slowly after me. Learning English takes time, but listening every day will help you improve faster. Great job. Let's try one more sentence. When you listen to English, you get better at speaking too. Now repeat it. When you listen to English, you get better at speaking too. Tips for better listening practice. Here are some simple tips to help you get the most out of your listening practice. 1. Start small. Begin with short sentences. For example, start with simple phrases like, "Good morning," or "How are you?" as these are easy to understand. 2. Focus on repetition. Repetition is key to improvement. Don't be afraid to listen to the same sentence multiple times. The more you listen, the more familiar the words and sounds will become. 3. Ask questions. Listen for common questions like, "Where are you from?" or "What do you do?" Try to answer these questions yourself out loud. This will help you feel more confident when speaking. That's all for today's lesson. Listening is one of the best ways to learn English, so practice it every day. Start listening to English conversations, record your voice, and repeat the sentences you hear. If you're following along with our Learn English in 30 Days series, remember that you can check out the previous lessons on my channel, Learn and Fun. We've completed 5 lessons already, and I'll be uploading more soon. So, keep practicing and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next video.